Oi, oi, welcome back to Flaterday with Marticus. Okay. Good to see you guys. Hope you can all see me okay. And I hope you can all hear me okay. Let me just check my shits together. And we will get... Yeah, that looks pretty good. That sounds pretty good. I just tried to go live on Twitter and Facebook and I had issues. So, Elisa, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Hugh. Hugh is saying there's a nudist convention in our town next week. I might go if there's nothing on. That's a good or bad joke, Hugh. Anything tickles me. So, Bethany Jane. Okay, so welcome all. We're going to have an epic night tonight. We're going to carry on the continuation of our deep dive into the world of Orphan Trains and Incubators. Very sinister what I've uncovered this week. If you've watched my last watcher, good to see Beth. If you watched my video earlier in the week, and a few of you have, we're going to continue part 2 of that. It's going to be a mind blow. It's well worth tuning in for on a flat day night. So if you enjoy your visit here, okay, bring the love, bring the higher vibration, and show them. I'm always naked in this chat. Matthew Titus, thanks for sharing that with us. I've got that vision. That's horrible. Anyway, take that back. So I'll give you a few of you shouts. Let a few people gather in. It's going to be a Marticus supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, thought I'd give it a go. So it went. Couldn't think of anything else. So just charming the place. So yeah, if you've been watching my vlogs, I did a post this week where it was like a couple of seconds long. I said like literally not one word. Had 5,000 views, almost the same as a 3-hour effort of a Flaterday. So I think I'll do more saying nothing. I'm withdrawing words from YouTube. I'm on word strike, YouTube. My lips are sealed. Forthwith, my lips are sealed. I shall say no more. You won't hear another word out of me again. Nope. I'm done. I'm done saying words and casting spells. Flat Earther in the flat on Flaterday night. Yes, David. This is where the Flat Earth action is. There's not much happening in the Flat Earth action world, but it is happening over here in Flat Earth British land. That's where the action is. Martin, check your microphone. Thank you, Manny. Okay, 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. Sounds all right to me, Manfred. What's going on, Adman? Making popping noises. Fuck me. Okay, excuse me a second. Stay there, don't go away. Gather up. Need to invest in a new microphone one day soon. 115 of you. Is that any better? Is it Poppy? Am I Poppy? Poppylicious. Lovely Welsh name you've got there, back in. All right, then. Get stuck in. Okay. Bob Sykes. Oh, yeah, yoga. Yes, I've done a yoga video. I'm experimenting, and I'm going to take this seriously. Actually, we're going to be all doing this spring if you want to take part, and then we're going to be like getting properly fit, all chi energized, and feeling even more groovy for the spring. Are you in? Fuck yeah! So I'm experimenting in a new form of yoga, combining yoga with interpretive dance. It's new. It's new too. And I'm mixing a bit of fascia work in with that because, you know, it's definitely something they're overlooking. And the whole to that is if you do it, really, really, really good guys in, and someone's going to be doing you in. Look at yoga's where it's at. Set that new Wiggly Jack, yeah. Says Nicola in the house. It's crackling bad. Motherfucking. Do you know what? I had a little vision that it would. Crackling mic can make me smile. Wow. Okay. Crackling mic can make me smile. Wrenches have disappeared. I don't. Oh, they have. They replaced with the stupid thing. What's that? Speed dating. What, you look Gary Felton? Is that what you want to do? Speed dating? I thought you had a bird over in Thailand or wherever it is, China. Don't know. Speed dating might be a good idea. I was thinking along those lines. Good at fixing people up. Matchmaker, make me a match. Match me a match. Catch me a catch. Sounds like the mic is rubbing against something. It's not. I might just. Is that any better? It was a bit behind the stream. Why doesn't Archaics ever mention Martin anymore? Don't touch it. I'm not touching shit. I'm just being me. Hang on, let me try. Okay. So yeah, persevere with me. This is not a precise science. You know it makes sense. Yoga. Yeah, we're gonna yoga. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, guys. Let me give you a few of your shouts and get this fucking thing, this road on the show. So yeah, Nicola, what are you saying? Like the bell? Oh yeah. Somebody left the bell, but it's that handy for. It's a nice little tinny tin that makes it all feel groovy. It was only when you mess with it. Oh, thank you, Nora. So yeah, I am really flexible. I'm flexible. I can bend and stuff like that. I'm Adman. Hope I'm doing good. Hope you're doing good, my brother. Hoffadoma. Chris, what are you saying, mod? It's better than late than never. Hi, gang. Watch Skinhead. Okay. What's your mod? Good to see you, my man. Plain spoken Jane. You sound great in California. Fucking hell. That's brilliant. As long as I'm good in Cali. Okay. Yeah, they changed the wrenches for shields. Bleeding stupid. What does that even mean? Oh, I've got a blue shield. I'm a fucking poet now. Melisande. Good to see you, lovely. Thank you, James. Uric. Much love to you as well. Uric Cal. Love the interpretive dance. Yeah, well, we're going to take this to a whole new realm. Okay. I don't know. Why do people keep bombarding me with, like, these sort of comments? It's really weird. Nothing. What happened with Jason? Nothing. I don't know. I'm just doing. I'm on my journey here in life, and I'm doing me, boo. I don't keep an eye on everything everywhere. I'm just concentrating. You know, this takes all the effort and all of the imagination and possibly muster to get this shit happening. So I've got time to be floating around wondering what everyone's thinking. Nothing else matters because I'm in the now moment, see, guys. I'm in a new frame of mind, healed from all past trauma, finding a new way to journey through this world with new eyes. Yeah, it's and this place is really tricky to navigate, as you know, but with mental discipline and a new way of seeing the world, which I have got, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying life at the moment. What's the subject today? Okay, Reverend Wolf, I'll hit you up now. We've got Hippie Shake in the house, and Manfred is in the house. Good to see you, Manny. Dankava. Peace, cheers, and onwards. Thank you, Grossi. So, yeah, I have no problems with anyone on earth. I don't even know why. I just weird. Me, I love by default. It's just when people start opening their mouth, it goes boop, 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 in the point system. So there's that. But it's still got left. So that's what I'm doing here today for you. So I hope you enjoy. So we all good on the mic because I'm going to get stuck in soon. So yeah, what we're talking about today is a continuation of the real sinister stuff that's been going on in Coney Island and all of the incubator babies. It's just been a shit show. Best channel. Thank you. Merci beaucoup, Ben and Andre. Best channel. I know. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to dig deep and we're going to think about things, and I'm going to hit you up with something. Been think tanking, and this is what we come up with, and I hit you up with it. So it's something you've never ever thought about before. You know, this new interpretive dance. I thought, well, if I keep doing like things like that, I can literally break the matrix, because I realized that yesterday I was the only person, probably in, however many people a year, the only person that was doing flat earth truthing in interpretive dance yoga, because no one else was doing it, because it's just been invented. So that's actually true. So yeah, you can break the matrix doing that, because it's like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, it's like it doesn't know what to do. It's like, this is, I have no frame of reference for what Martin is doing right now. So yeah, break it just like that. So we're going to go into the world of, no, not Cabbage Patch Kids, Corinne. We're going to think maybe a little, sprinkling of Cabbage Patch Kids. But what we're going to be thinking about is homunculus and breeding programs. We're going to be looking into splicing. We're going to be thinking about what dragon's blood really means, or dragons, or Dracula, and that sort of thing. And we're going to be looking into virgin births. Now, who do we know that was born of a virgin? Jesus Christ. His mother, apparently, was virgin. So how many virgins give birth in the modern day? It's not too many, is there? Maybe artificial insemination. It's not really then, is it? It's not virgin, because they probably had sex before that time, didn't they? So what's exactly going on? We're going to have a look at that. We're going to think about it all in this post and see how it goes. Have you ever heard of pickled punks? No Turbo Christ? I have not heard of pickled punks. Do you eat them? Is it a kind of IPA? I do not know. Okay, I'm going to have some Bovril. Give me some super abilities before I get stuck in. Oh, fucking hell, that's lovely. Okay, let me turn this fucking music down a bit. Maybe that's interfering with my mic cage. Okay, let's get stuck in. I'm going to bring up some images. I'm going to start here. Now, Jesus. Yeah, we're not going along that frame of mind, actually, Michael, at all. Because we just don't do that, yeah. So let's get stuck in. It's them that did it. It's them that did it. We're not doing that. I just send you away from the truth when you set up opposition in anything in your mind. Get to an answer. So yeah, if you go into the see this book here, this is from I think this one's from 1500s. So if you dig into the past, like we do, this book here is from 1522 to 1605. They don't even really know, and it's all in Latin, as you can see. 1642 publication date, and it is monsters, human anatomy, anomalies, human animals. So they're sort of suggesting around this time, in this book, like it's a reality. It's not saying it's not a reality. That they were producing and splicing half animal and half human. You can see a man here. He's bunny rabbit, isn't he? He's gone a bit bunny rabbit. This one over there, I'm not sure what he's going. So is it even possible to splice? Interspecies splicing. Well, you may be surprised. We're going to go into that along the way. Just give me a minute. We just have a look through some of these crazy images of monstrosities. So So this lady here is sitting on a basket of eggs. Very unusual because women don't actually lay eggs, do they? They do get eggs. And she's got opened an egg and a baby has come out like homunculus. So like a egg. So yeah, what we're going to look into, like I was going to mention earlier, is in this realm of truthing, there's plenty of books out there that will talk about the reptilian agenda. That there's reptilian aliens maybe, and there's the R cortex in the middle of our brain saying that we were lizards before everything else evolved, like evolution is a fucking thing. Anyway, so there's that out there, that there is reptile attributations to the origins of man and woman. Okay, so how could that be? So let's have a think about this. One's androgynous, so this one's maybe a man and a woman. I don't know, but I think that they are definitely, according to this book and other sources, which we're going to look at now, splicing animals with human beings. Situs infant in vitro. Not sure, but there's what looks like a human fetus in an egg. Like a reptile egg. Weird, isn't it? Maybe the stork actually did bring us. Oh, she's full as an egg, isn't she? Oh, they say that, don't they? Full as an egg. Oh. So again, in a fetal, well, that one's in a fetal. That one looks a bit breech. And just strange stuff. So yeah, they're telling us that they are breeding. Wow. Human beings and human mixed with animals. Now, I noticed a long time ago that people look like animals, like dog owners, and end up looking like their dogs. They just homogenize somewhere along the line. But I noticed that some people look a bit like pigs. Some people look a bit bunny rabbity. Some people look a bit fucking weaselly. Some people look a bit ratty, like that. And people look a bit animally. So, you know, maybe I was thinking years ago, maybe they just took bits of, you know, DNA off all of the different critters in this land and then come up with this, wherever we are. But I'm going to suggest in this post that the reset population, because if you think, go back to the Orphan Trains, which we're going to do now, let's just move on in this post. If you go to what we were talking about in the last post, if you did see it, was Orphan Trains. We're going to think about how there could be so many without parents. So yeah, in the alchemical time, so the period we just looked at, all the way up into the 1800s, I guess, because if you Google alchemists, most of them come up for the 1800s. Really weird. So they suggest that they're doing an alchemical process to develop or make a human being in alchemy. So I think that they mastered this art of splicing by the time they got to baby incubators. Let's have a think about incubators. So do you know what the incubus is? Well, I definitely know what the succubus is. But do you know what the incubus is? It was the male version of the succubus. It is a entity. Maybe some people call it demonic entity that would invade your sleep, if you want to call it that, and impregnate if you're a female. And the incubus, I read the book Incubus. It was highly spooky. Maybe 30 years ago, I read Incubus, the book. And it was quite mind blowing, but you know, it's not exactly in the realm of mythos. This is along the realm of certain people get a certain age in their life. They get the old hag syndrome when they get really old. And incubus and succubus come to see certain entity or certain energy beings in this realm. So incubus sounds exactly like incubator. incubator of incubus. Now, am I suggesting that the mothers of these children were impregnated by an entity, like a demon seed? Am I suggesting that? I don't know. The fact still remains, guys, right, that I don't think they cared for these babies right at all. That is the heartbreaking thing about it. And I don't think, being a sideshow in a fun fair, that they would have had great medical care for these infants. So I think that it's possible that the amount of babies that they're saying was produced in the incubators may not have been the replacement population, but the trains, 30,000 in some cases, that they're talking maybe hundreds of thousands of parents that are not there. No official records of where they are, and the children even as well. What's going on? So would you really need two parents for a baby? Well, in the case of artificial insemination, I'm guessing not. But what if you've got a lab full of females, and there was a way that you could, or the way that the female could fertilize her own eggs and make a baby? You can see in these alchemical vials this alchemical process, and I think that the peacock was a Phoenician, and definitely the any weird animal. I was thinking about that one in Australia, but I don't know what that'd be doing in Europe. But you can see that they got a hydra, and I think the peacock is so weird as well. I think that they were doing the alchemical process, and they nailed it as well, of producing whatever they wanted, including human beings. I also think this as well. There was a process where they could make like super people, superhumans, like Jesus, the Jesus gene strain, if you like, the Jesus bloodline, they call it, isn't it, of superhumans that is in this place, that has been like super soldiers made in a lab. So they do say this. I can't verify if it's true. There are videos out there that suggest it's a sort of spoof movie, but baby incubators, 12 months growth in 1 hour. If that was humanly possible, they could replace the population in no time at all, couldn't they? After a reset, because everybody, all these people, shit out of nowhere, guys. So all of them. And the exponential growth in population just doesn't crack it. So they've arrived from somewhere. And we've been suggesting, well, labs, that, there's enough documentaries out there that would say this stuff is possible. Let's have a think about the narrative of the past. Mary. So Mary is apparently a human being. Apparently, she's married to Joseph, but she's still a virgin. So I don't know what Joseph's actually thinking. He's like, fuck me, this is the worst marriage in the world. There's nothing going on. It doesn't make any sense, does it? So she's a virgin, and then she gets visited by the angel Gabriel, who annunciates her. That's what they call it now. But you get, as well, with the annunciation of Mary, a dove from above that gives you like a ray of light that goes into her belly, which produces a baby. So think about that. That sounds a bit weird and supernatural. That's not actually happening every day. How did your wife get pregnant? That was nothing to do with it, mate. I was just sat there one day, an angel sticks his bleeding head through the window and enunciates the wife. Wink, wink. And the next thing you know, she's full as an egg. Bleeding hell. That doesn't happen every day in the modern world, does it? It's an actual miracle. So let's have a look at Mary. She's full of symbolism. She's got the red cape. And something's going on with that vial there, that jug there. Wow, she looks super duper creepy and weird. So yeah, Mary, mother of Jesus, there she is, getting annunciated, and you always see them in all the images. You see the dove from above. Cool, cool. Well, it gives a laser beam straight into her belly. And I've seen another image as well, a painting from the Renaissance period of a UFO blasting Mary's belly and giving her a baby. Okay, dove from above. Well, dove's an animal as well. And the dove, like birds and some insects and some fish, and birds and some insects and other animals, including lizards, have the W chromosome, which we're going to look into in a minute. So yeah, this is super weird, this painting. I don't know exactly who painted it. I think it's definitely Renaissance. So yeah, you've got Mary's there. She still looks like she's full as an egg. He's taking a baby and said, well, we'll take this into care now. And who are all these little people? They're not children, are they? They're not adults. And even if they were children, what's rat? Oh, there's leaves on the floor. I don't know. It's really weird. Children wouldn't even look like that, would they? So yeah, the three kings, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Don't worry too much about the myrrh next time. Bring double gold. That's some weed as well. So there's a little bit of a deal going on here. Let's have a look. Jesus is doing a deal. Masonic handshake. Do you really need to Masonic handshake your mother? Why do you get the red cape? It's just so weird. So yeah, again, the dove from above. So the dove, cool. And then he just goes blast. And the next thing you know, she gives birth to the Messiah, savior of the human race. But he couldn't save himself. It's weird. It's like rabbit's foot. They're not very lucky, are they? So he's like, here's the angel Gabriel. He's a knight because he does fighting and that, like killing things because he's a soldier. And he's like pushing this monk in and say, go and say hiya for me. Getting him in there. Go and say hiya. So I don't want to. It's scaring me. And this lady in waiting also looks definitely pregnant, doesn't she? It's funny how they're all blonde and ginger and there's no one else actually available. And is she massive? Because how big's this cathedral, this church? Are they giants? Just saying. So yeah, whoa there, Mary, you might want to stick that that Christ cake back in the proverbial oven. I don't think it's quite finished yet. So why would they do this? It's like a premature baby, isn't it? Like really premature, just like the orphan babies. He's really concerned, this vicar. He's like, oh. And Mary, apart from she's got a real bad case of alopecia, she looks like she's anemic and really unwell, and not really like a female anyway. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ almighty, have you seen it? Don't you think that's weird? I do. So I think this is going on. So it's a big quinky dink that I don't believe in, that the Virgin Mary's iconography has been a vaginal symbol for centuries without being noticed. And I noticed this a long time ago, actually, that the Virgin Mary looks exactly, or is, the vagina. So let's just imagine, right, that the code for the breeding female's vagina, okay, was Mary, like hairy Mary, and that they produce a breed of humans, if you want to call them that. Some of them normals, some of them other ones superhumans. So, Mum, where do babies come from? Yeah, Mary, where do babies come from? Can you see the issues this would cause if your wife got pregnant, gave birth, and it was nothing to do with you? I just don't get that. It's just really weird. So yeah, you can see Mary. We've talked about Hairy Mary countless times. It's an interest of mine. It's Hairy Mary, but you can see there. Look, it's even got the the whole shape of it, and this bit as well. So I'm going to imagine that Mary is something to do with the breeding program, and Mary, and makes perfect sense to me anyway, is that exactly what you see there. And then it gets a seed, if you like, of a certain seed, in this case, the Christ seed, which is superhuman from, God's son and stuff. So there's Hairy Mary there. She's like, wow, just all hair. They didn't do Brazilians back then. And this one is a nun, which is really weird because there was none about back then. That's why they're called nuns. So yeah, Mary Magdalena, that's Mary. Immaculata. I don't think she was too immaculate. Let's have a look at Hairy Mary. This is the other one. It's a bit difficult to, differentiate is why, you know, Jesus goes out with a prostitute. Okay, I guess, and he's really forgiving. And her name is Mary, exactly the same name as his mother. I don't know. There's something weird going on with that. I don't even understand that. So here she is. She's got weird eyes. Her eyes are really far apart, but look at that Phoenician nose she got going on. She's a definite ginger. Not that that makes any difference. And it says there on the cup, P-I-S, piss. It doesn't mean to say anything. But yeah, she's definitely putting something in here. And it is some sort of vial, I would guess. Some sort of breeding going on. So yeah, she's reading the Bible. It hasn't been invented yet. In a cave. And Mary's, how could she be? I don't even go there, Matt. That's just weird. So yeah, this one's full of allegory. Again, with the red cape and the upside down cross. So it's in nature of Christianity. And a skull and a rosemary bead and a mat and a pot of something by her foot. Oh my God, yeah. I think there's no mistaking this one. The heavenly vagina. A fly-in vagina. Be awesome, wouldn't it? Virgin Airlines. There it goes. Virgin Airlines. So yeah, it's really weird how she's got loads of crucifixes and that hasn't actually happened just yet because she's his mother. There'll be a bit of a smell my finger going on, yeah. Completely understandable. She's got that pot too. Okay, right, let's have a look at this interpretation of Mary. She is super minted and loaded. What are they eating? The carcasses of animals. That looks absolutely fucking disgusting, whatever they're eating. It's not vegetarian then. All right, let's have a look at Mary in this one. Again with the pot. What's in the pot, Mary? You want to tell us the secret of what is going on with the pot? What about the Holy Grail? What are you reading there? Oh, it's a picture of Jesus on the cross. And she's got the red cape. That's a bit weird, Mary. You should be doing that. I like the dome going on. And the happy hat is amazing. It's got two little hooks on there to hook things off. Tech. So here's Mary. She doesn't like the Pope. This is what she did to the Pope. Splattered in his face. So yeah, good for her. Right, let's have a look at what's going on with Mary here. Okay, Jesus has got the he's a ginger Jesus, and he's got the holy hand grenade. Whoa, look at the horns on this woman. That's what they're hiding, horns, because they mixed them with bulls or something. Red. Have you seen the new Red Bull advert? There's a Red Bull advert on the shitty internet that says, "Oh, Columbus, are you off to find America? Do you know the Earth is flat?" And he says, "No, it's not. It's a globe. Flat Earth." In the new, they do a lot of flat Earth stuff with Red Bull, don't they? So anyway, Hail Mary seems to be, to me, reference to womanly bits or the reproductive system. Right, let's have a think about dragons. So yeah, dragon's blood. So that's dragon, Dracula, Draco, and any word associated with that would sort of suggest that there's definitely something going on with the blood, and it's dragon's blood, they call it. So dragons are lizards. They are definitely reptiles, aren't they? So yeah, we got the Welsh waving, holding the fleur-de-lis. So the Welsh dragon here, who hasn't got the pinned legs in this case, it's holding the fleur-de-lis, the French fleur-de-lis. I wonder what the connection is with the dragon and the fleur-de-lis. I've yet to get to that, but I might get that later. Okay. So, and the sea dragon, which is what we're going to look into. So they are saying there is a monster, a dragon that lives in the sea, a water dragon that lives in the sea. Is this a reality? Well, I think it might be, you know. We'll look in a minute. So let's have a look at some more of these cryptids. So definitely splicing birds, dogs, serpents, bats, the centura, half horse, the half goat of the Bacchus, the seahorse, and the melicillin, which is, or the mermaid, which is a half fish creature. So I think they were definitely going and had the technology, because there's so many examples up until 100 years ago, actually. Lilith, yeah, Lily Lilith. Ooh, Judy, I really like that. And they always put lilies in churches. It's representative of Lilith, isn't it? Ooh, I'll contemplate that later. Thank you, Judy. So yeah, this is the monster of Lisbon. And it was recorded to have been captured and caged. And as you can see, it's a cryptid, isn't it? It's a dragon, it's a lion, it's a bat, it's a mermaid, but it's got scales, so it's definitely aquatic. So that was recorded in reality, apparently, as being captured in Lisbon. And there was other monsters like this that have been captured. This is animals being spliced together like this. So, what do we know of splicing? Do we know anything? Well, I can tell you that it's real. And I can tell you that it's not allowed. The governments and the world governments have forbidden any splicing of interspecies. The governments apparently have, but it's possible. How so, Martin? How can you splice species together? Oh, right. Well, humans can get a pig liver transplanted and replaced. How do they do that? Well, they modify the genes with humans so they can get a more individual gene, and they've been researching it for years. They mix a pig's chromosomes with humans to make it be accepted for a organ transplant. So indeed, splicing and in splicing species is happening. So if it's happening now on that small scale, and it would be on a more exponential scale, big scale, because they're saying this, the only thing that stops us, the government, this is speaking, okay, the only thing that stops us advancing in human splicing or interspecies splicing is legal frameworks, and it has been forbidden by law. So they're not doing it. Okay. They're mixing species. They've been doing it all along. And you can see the dragon here is the same as the Welsh dragon. It's got front legs, no hind legs. Almost as if it's in a, it says terrarium now. Almost as if it's in a transformational state. You also see mermaids, half mermaid, half human, like they are shifting. So this dragon here, in this engraving, is chasing away a woman that is part bat, part lizard, and some dogs, etc. So I think that they were splicing. I think the alchemists had perfected it, and I think they had laboratories, and I think that this was happening up until the 1800s, into the 1800s, and I think that's where they come from, the replacement population. Right, let's have a think about chromosome, or the W chromosome, for a minute. So like I said, guys, some species have the W chromosome, don't they? Not like Y. That's what men go, or women go. That's what X, Y. So yeah, the W chromosome is in fish, sea creatures. It's some in insects and lizards. The W chromosome is in lizards. Okay, well, let's have a look at some lizards. It's interesting, that is. Here is two things that didn't really exist, or maybe did. Lizards. Like this one. Oh, so I really like the come chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. I like these cats the best. These are good. These are Komodo dragons. The biggest lizard of all. And they are unbelievable. And they're loving. And they're super intelligent. And they are called dragons. And these actually are existing in the real world. So why am I talking about Komodo dragons? Right. Well, first of all, they come from the monitor family of lizards, like monitor the incubators. I literally said it last. They monitor the incubators 24/7 to make sure the heaters don't overdo it and anything happens to the infants. So there they are. large Komodo dragons. They could be dangerous. Now, why am I bringing Komodo dragon to your attention is this. The Komodo dragon, because of its Y chromosome, has, the W chromosome, excuse me, has the ability to fertilize its own eggs without the use of any male. And it's not the only creature either that does this. So they give birth without the use of a male. So what's interesting is this. Okay, let's have a look at the Komodo. I know it's cold-blooded and I know it's a lizard, but one thing you might not be aware of is the similarities between the Komodo dragon and human being is unbelievable, actually. So it turns out that there's quite a close DNA or a genetic build-up for the Komodo dragon and human beings. What if they found a way to interact or mix or splice, like I said, the W chromosome of the Komodo dragon, okay, and then they put that into a human female, and then the human female was able to fertilize her own eggs, possibly giving them twins, even triplets, okay, and that is what populated the Orphan Trains. The children of the Incubators, as far as I can see, they must have been, just the disenfranchised, I'm afraid, poor people's kids and Eastern Europeans' kids. I don't think you could. There is a lot of clues with the, picked up on some concerning Coney Island. That's spooky. I watched The Warriors again last night. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So what you find is the leg of the Komodo dragon looks awfully like the human. I mean, it is spooky. In fact, they tell you as well. Look. Similar to human limbs, genetic similarities between Komodo dragons and humans, particularly in metabolic, cardiovascular, and immune pathways. Who knew? What if they'd found a way, and not specifically with this, but other W chromosome animals, to induce, if you like, a female with this, the genome of this, and then she would be able to produce her own or fertilize her own eggs and give birth to babies. And they do that to all of the females. Does that make sense? That is why they go on about dragon's blood. And I think there's different forms of humans. Like I said, I think they're superhumans as well, that they bred. And I think they're still here today, and they're trying to cover it up. They're a specific, what they call bloodline. And they're saying, oh, Christ seed. They literally say Christ consciousness, conscience, Krishna conscience. Yeah, the Krishnas, the blues, the specific breeding program that happens to repopulate this place from underground. How do I know they were underground? Because they ain't from this sun. That's why. We come back for a minute and see what you think about that. So what you're saying, guys, one thing for certain is there's always psychos playing God. Well, that's true. That is one thing that doesn't go away. And they do that, don't they? They did it with the whole of humanity a few years ago. Read, indigenous peoples, DNA passed from mother to mother. Okay, Judy, thank you. Turbo Christ. That's the one thing. They probably have other methods that we don't even have any concept for yet, and they lay outside of our frame of reference for cosmology. Well, I would agree with that. Definitely. Look, if they're doing homunculus, which seems to be a thing, and the whole alchemical era is about, transmutation of base metals to gold, as you know, and I think it was literally repopulation programs, and that's what the clue is with the whole thing of homunculus. No, I don't think Stu, aliens helped us out, for fuck's sake. You're worse than our leaders. Do one, you're not needed. Whoever that is headed, whoever that is aimed at, I do not know. Martin, you should know the Old Testament. I don't, Lewis. I'm British. The only time I pick one of them up is if I run out of flicking Rizzlers. The Queen Bee, Vincent. Litter. Zigzag. World Bliss. Hiyo. Sick, good to see you, man. Mother-in-law and family. Oh, fucking hell. We are monitoring the situation. Exactly. Monitors. Oof. Wildwood Kimberly. Good to see you, Kim. Yuck. Don't worry. So we're going to look at some other stuff now. We're going to look at some mud flood. It is freaky, this world. And we'll carry on with a bit of this. So, yeah. Oh, back to Coney Island when I'm talking about the incubators. So, yeah, apparently Lady Gaga had a record out called Coney Island. And she's banging on about, like, that she's the baby from Coney Island. And when I watched The Warriors again last night, because The Warriors are from Coney Island, they kept making, like, just stupid dialogue that didn't fit the context. Like that woman that says, and the Warriors are bopping their way back to Coney Island, and our babies from Coney Island. So why are you calling the fucking Warriors babies? They kept doing it over and over. I think they're dropping the clues down about what's going on, you know, with these fun fairs, and all of these people and all our energy and all our children going through these places. Listen, in 1910, orphan outings from Brooklyn, they used to take 2,000 orphans on an outing to Coney Island, okay? And then loads were missing. Thousands were missing. Eventually, they set up cages under the Broadwalk, okay? Cages for lost children. I'm not even joking. Under the Broadwalk, down by the sea. I had to look up the lyrics. There's nothing too sinister in Under the Broadwalk. But having said that, it's really weird that there's so many children go missing from these places. What's that, Eric? Have you seen me? No, Eric Sims, I haven't. Coney Island ice cream. Oh my God, that's a ghost's favorite food, isn't it? Ice cream. Ignorance used to be bliss, so they say. Remember, you're a womble. Right, we talked about that. I talked about this yesterday, actually. Britain. So the wombles are womb, bell. Womb, bell. Well, it is. It's womb and it's bell in womble. So what do? They live underground. Underground, overground, wombling free. The wombles and whims and common are we, making use of the things that we find, things that the everyday folks leave behind. So they live underground. They come up. They find stuff that the surface dwellers leave behind, and they take it back down, yeah, and show it to Madame Chalet. Hey, whoever's got the best stuff, it's usually Tobermory, and then you can show it to Madame Chalet. What have you found today, Madame Chalet? I found these. That could be what's going on. But yeah, it's an interesting name, isn't it? Womb bells. I reckon they just encode all of the truth in all of it. They don't tell lies anyway. They tell us in real life. They tell us. It's just all like hidden in plain sight. It's crazy that Carney started the incubator system. Man, it is so crazy that was a fairground sideshow. So blessed exile. So, rabbits into our Bob. Taylor Swift. Oh, it's Taylor Swift it was. Not Gaga. Taylor Swift, Swifty. Wow, Taylor Swift's a bit of a weird one, isn't she? She mimes really badly too. Demons are underground, the goblins on the surface. I don't know. I'm an elf. We're all elves. Have you looked at yourself? Elf, self. Martin, loved your dance. All right, we'll do more of them. I do same in Nevada. Well, we'll all do it together. I'll do it live, and we know. Well, mind you, I might bugger it up. Mind you, that'd be comical. Yeah, we should all do it together and have do yoga, mix it with Tai Chi, and we're doing a form of interpretive dance. So you can fucking basically flounce around and do whatever. Doesn't matter. Star jumps, things like that. yeah, anyway, we're doing that. That's what I'm going to do. And then everyone's going to be all rosy-cheeked and healthy and yummy, and spring will be here and be like, wow, I'm glad I did all that yoga with Marticus. I feel fucking awesome, no? Okay, good to see you, love. How do you know the old books or the Bible are? Well, AI, I've noticed now since ChatGPT's been around, that it's wrote the Bible, isn't it? It's the same bloody narrative. It's the same sort of way of talking. It's been around a long time, has AI, by the look of it. Okay, thank you, Nora. Dr. Morrow. Okay, let's get back into some images. We can look at pictures of mud floods, the underground, when it was apparently dug out, and apparently the trillions of tons of mud that they got rid of somewhere. Well, I think they done in a case of New York, with all the spare mud that they dug out after mud floods, I think they just made reclaimed land around New Jersey, around Manhattan, and around Brooklyn. I had a map of all the reclaimed lands, and it was just so much of it, all the docklands, basically. So I think that's what they did with the mud. So, Gary, Bournemouth Beach, Matt. Well, I hope to be in Bournemouth one day again soon. Nah, I haven't seen you, Eric. You're not there. Wow. He's not listening. Wendy, piss in a cup would be... Don't worry about it. Martin, more cooking. So, yeah, I see that at Antarctica voyage with Captain somebody. It's not happening. It's not happening. There's a long and sordid story behind it all, but I can't verify any of it's true. It sounds like a bag of balls to me. So they're not going to go to Antarctica. Dave Murphy is definitely not going to Antarctica. No one out of any of that is going to Antarctica. It's just a bag of balls. And the excuses behind why they're not going to Antarctica is also a bag of balls. So it was all, like I actually subtly suggested, was a bag of balls. They fucking thinks we're all spawned yesterday. They do. They think we're all fucking stupid. They must think the flat earthers are actually fucking stupid. Wow. Anyway, they're going to have a fucking shock. What, are we going to Goza? I danced in Stafford and Gozo and Malta. They're going to weed in Malta. But yeah, Spain seems nice this time of year. Gary Feltham, Archaics is doing Prometheus. I don't know what that means. What connection it has got to anything to do with what I'm talking about. It's really strange and trippy, this game. I don't know. No, he never. He said he went, but they all just talk bollocks. In the chat is a badge and a monitor. Still wrench. No, there's Mr. Raz, the broke. They just gone to shit and back. They changed into shields. We're now like Shield. We fight superheroes with sheep like that. Shield program. What a fucking stupid. No! There's no such thing. Look, what it is with all of this show business is people are paranoid in their houses when they watch YouTube fucking content providers and they just create this thing in their mind. And then you go and meet them and they're like, oh, yeah, he's a really nice fucking guy. Like it's happened to, like, I've met like 10,000 of the Truthers guys. So, no, I don't like all of that shill business. That was it. That was brought up by Eric Dubé years ago. They're a shill, these are a shill. And then the next 10 years, everyone's pointing fingers at one another in the Truther community, calling one another shills. Do you see the inner fucking flux that word has caused? And nobody even looks into the definition of what shilling means. Shilling is what I get, right? When people come into my comments and they absolutely nothing about the context of my video, they just go on about other channels, pushing them in my comments. So what that is shilling. They're shilling for other channels. That's what shilling is. Okay? Like they used to do in fairgrounds. That's where it was born. So, yeah, this is not really the chat feed for people to... like, if you're going to talk about people, I'd rather you just talk about them to their faces and not talk to other people about other people. We don't do that shit. I don't do it in my personal life, so I'm not going to do it in my chat feed either. Okay? Dallas, Martin is a swill. Dallas, I love you, bro. It's a satanic picnic. The 80s is over again. Don't even worry. It says that, but it's all bollocks on toast in there. It's just what you think it is. That's what is happening in this realm, guys. It's exactly what you think it is. So I'll put your chat feeds up. You can read your comments. So Pamela's word lovely. Zig? Yes, thank you for that. So yeah, you're going to have more yoga. Communal yoga. So let me just get into some mud flood. And then the images of the day. We got 325 you watching. Could you share this out, please? And why don't you subscribe while you're here and watch more of this epic stuff? I've made like probably about, I don't know, 6 videos, something like that this week. And I got to YouTube and I'm like, I haven't had my head blown anywhere except from my own channel. So there's that. So where is everyone? Back in Antarctica? No, I don't actually give a shit, mate. Much love to you. It's back of balls, like I said. So yeah. Love is the flower. Tickle your fanny with a feather. What? I said, isn't it nice weather? Oh yeah. I thought you said something else. What about the griffin? Well, the griffin's a mix of creatures, isn't it? Okay. Right, let's get stuck into, so let's have a look at some mud flood. Okay. Wow. Okay, excuse me. There I am. So let's share some images and let's have some fun. I'm going to get up 2 images of the day. I got a shit ton to actually show you, but this is not going to be a dramatically long post because I basically done too much content this week and I literally burnt my brain out. And now got back. So yeah, they say they dug the underground out in London and New York and Moscow and this. And let's have a look at the evidence. Well, this is supposed to be, but look at these buildings in the 1800s. Everything's covered in mud. And apparently they've dug a trench in the ground, which are going to put a train down. That doesn't look big enough. It might be for some sort of sewerage. I don't know. But the sewerage system in London, for example, was Roman. It's worked fine for 2,000 years, apparently. And expanded upon it in the 1800s. Now, what this picture is showing is they've dug away a lot of mud. And it's showing the existence of another place. Walls, etc. So, yeah, I think the underground was there. I think they dug the mud out. I think that's what they're showing with the evidence. These people are just digging quarry stone. I'd go in if you're in a gulag, isn't it? So, yeah, we'll have gulags in Britain soon. So, yeah, Donald Trump, we'll talk about him maybe in a little bit. I think he's king of the Aryans, and I definitely think he's member of king of the Fourth Reich. I don't think they went away. And I think that's what's going on in management, isn't it? I heard Keir Starmer resigned today. I don't think he'd resign on a Saturday. I don't think they go to work on a Saturday. So it might be fake news. But if it is, you'd think they would have street parties and shit. They come out banging saucepans of the fucking NHS. Why don't they bang saucepans? Because the Wicked Witch is fucking gone. It's really weird. If it's true, which I doubt. So, yeah, let's have a look at the mud, glorious mud. And then they build these massive walls and beautiful steam trains everywhere in the world. And I think that there was an infrastructure was already there. And then the mud that they take, which is, if you go like say, through a tunnel, a railway tunnel, the siding like that on the side. And between you and that tunnel, all of that earth has been removed. It's like a squillion tons for each tunnel, guys. So where did they put all the mud? They've done this. They took it all away and they reclaimed the land. They built the land and made it bigger. That's where they put the mud. And sprinkled the rest over fields and raised the level. And then they blamed urban decay, time, and mud and worm shit. Now, I want to bring something to your attention that I've noticed as well. I can't really explain is this. The realm that we are in at the moment is not the same realm that I was in before. I don't know about you, love, but it's not. It's just not. And the realm that we're in is in rapid entropy. Have you noticed? So the pavements, the roads, the people, the buildings are all in rapid decay.
I mean, the roads, like about 20 years of wear in the space of a year or two. I mean, everything has gone into rapid decay, including the people, a lot of the people who are still in the matrix. I'm wondering this is how can it be that I don't feel like I'm in the same realm? The realm that I'm in is a lower version of the realm that I was in before and not as groovy. And that it's in rapid entropy. Yet myself and people around me and all of the groovy troopers are not in the same rate of entropy. So what I'm saying is that the world or the realm that we're in is in a rapid state of decay, and the troopers that have stepped out of it are not. So that time in the realm that we're in the minute is going faster than we are. How can that be? How can that be? And that's what's happening. You noticed? Maybe people just don't bring it up, or just people don't see it. People are blind to what's going on, man, and they can see it, and that's what's bugging them. That's what's sending them up the fucking lamppost. Everyone's acting nutty, aggressive, ripping off into different cults and factions, and trying to find a way to find that comfort blanket that they once had before 2020, and it ain't coming back. This life was always a fight for survival for human beings. Okay, guys, it always was. What we need to get rid of is, and we are going to do, is that fight and flight response that we're all being on. So we're healed past trauma. Okay, none of it will matter anymore. We go from this moment on with love, and then we will not be in a realm of fear and paranoia anymore. And it'll just be a place where there'll be no more suffering. Everyone has an equal opportunity, no matter where you're from. So all that finger pointing, wow, none of that's even going to matter anymore in the new world, guys. Everyone will be born into abundance. Now that is what should be happening. They got enough money that they could heal this entire place, fix it all. Am I wrong? Do they want to do it? No, do they fuck? They've had enough money for the longest time to fix everything, fix all the poor countries, fix everybody that's starving in this place, fix all the homeless, fix all of it. Do they want to do it? No. They want flux. They want everyone at one another's throats. They want all of it in flux so that they can do their dirty shit while everyone's fighting with one another and no one looks at them. Okay, the culprits, they're fighting with one another. This is a trick. And it's sick. This is in Newport Docks in South Wales. You can see the transporter bridge there in Newport. And you can see the big old fine ships in Newport that used to come up into the centre. I used to do that myself. Sail right up into the centre of Newport. It's changed a lot in the modern day. So, yeah, look at this on the side of the river here. Let's see if I can get I think this is in France somewhere. Brest. And where you see, I've been there a few times, and you can see all walls under the mud, glorious mud. Quebec in Canada. Well, there's a lot of people and a lot of mud on the floor, but look, right, they got this infrastructure of loads of people and horses and carts, mud on the floor, and they got this big Greco-Romano building. This makes no sense. They do just drag the stone across the mud. And then Quebec, like a lot of North American cities, in interesting, J866. Oh, it's just a flashy one. 1866. Got torched. Most of the centre again. We find all cities. So yeah, they're digging a railway out, right? So they've dug out and they've gone down this far. So why is it that the concrete siding and that wall look positively ancient? Because they are. Because we're there already. Just digging the mud out after reset all filled up. It would do, wouldn't it? So yeah, they never built the infrastructure. It was there. You can see it in the photographs anyway. So it went really digging deep in some parts. This looks like America. This is a drugstore, which you'll get in Britain. And this is in London. In the backdrop, you can see St Paul's Cathedral. Wow, that looks like a person. So, engineering project out in the mud. Wow, nice little picture of that, though. So, yeah. After the, I think this one's Richmond. See that temple? It's got a big chunk taken out of it. I think that was in the American Civil War. What are they doing here? Shifting mud. And there's all walls. They're shifting mud out of the walls. Okay. And this is like from the ancient world. That's America. It can't be. So, yeah, check this out. I'm not sure what bridge. Could be the Brooklyn. Not sure. That looks brand new. The rest looks like it's been there for an age. Yeah, I definitely think they got rid of all that mud over. Like I said, they dumped it, they reclaimed land, if you like. So let's get on crazy picks for today. I've been talking for I don't know how long. So 333 we're just talking then. That would have been great. We're talking 66 minutes, which is an hour. It's going to be shorter post today, but unusual. So yeah, oh look at her. My mother told me, and I think it's true, never look at cockeyed people in the morning because you will turn cockeyed. Mary hinge or Mary unhinge, enter me, Lord, and let me feel thy mercy. Okay, sounds fab. What's going on with this? I'm not so sure. It's just surreal, isn't it? How many images of people with eyes in their hands, like in that movie? Oh, what movie was that? It was fucking brilliant. That was a Spanish film. Can't remember. It was a brilliant film though. So yeah, give us a look, Lord. No, you can't. Come on, let's just give us one look. You can't. Get the fuck off, Lord. Let me look. This is what Elvis had. So this is what, like, yeah, I bet you Jesus definitely had Elvis problems. Like, same thing. Big fan and stuff. Fanning him. So she's got a red cape on, and he's not wearing anything at all, hardly. The Memento watch. Let's have a look at this. Proper Phoenician. Mesmerin. Turnum. It's Adam and Eve, isn't it? With the serpent, who was Lilith, who was mentioned just now. Pan's Labyrinth. Oh, what a fucking film, Ian. Long Frog. Brilliant film. It's a bit violent with the war stuff and that, but it was really, that Del Toro guy, man, he makes brilliant films. All of them are really good. So I think these are a load of Sufis. See what they're up to. Oh, well. Don't get too settled. Soon, your grandchildren will be serving kebabs in Soho. So they never know how things are going to turn out. So yeah, a Japanese mermaid from Japan. So would she have come out of the sea with like Japanese eyes, for example? Huh? Curious, isn't it? I heard that dolphins, which I don't like anymore, they're bastards, have Welsh accents off of South Wales, like. Oh, hello, bud, like that, and like New Zealand dolphins, all right, hello, cobber, like that. So they have different accents. Stuff that was seen in the sky. This was in the 1500s in Germany. Basically, everyone come out and go, "What gives?" They looked up in the sky, and there was the sun, and there was this other thing, apparition. It's a sun dog, isn't it? But they had no reference to a sun dog. So yeah, they had sports in Japan in the past where they would pit a sumo wrestler with a cryptid that had gone splicing. This one is a whale head fighting a dragon head. There's some computer games that actually show you that. It's happening. So, yeah, definitely weird. So let's have a look at the Middle Ages people. I think they got it pretty toasty. So they got a lovely little fire to cook their food. So what do they have? Look at this. They've got syrup as well, right? They got proper waffles. So they got a waffle cooker. Big chunk of cheese. That stuff's fucking lovely. I think these are like maybe bread. No, it might be bread. What else you got? Pancakes. Everyone's ginger in the old world, isn't they? I'm not sure what that is there, but yeah. So I know. But I don't know if they have, but they probably have not much fruit today. They have berries and stuff, I guess. Fats and carbohydrates and that, isn't it? Really good diet. Bet they were actually. Oh, I got itchy back. So Friesland, don't think that actually exists anymore, but here's an Atlantic map. Anomalous, actually. It's the new map of the land of matrimony, and it's off the ocean of love. Okay. The land of matrimony. Bright Bay. Okay. Enchanted Island, Calypso Island, Cypress Island, Prudence Island. Oh, that's not good. Quicksand. Oh, don't go there. Divorce Island. It's weird, isn't it? Marriage, divorce, the whole fucking thing's just freaky. It's really weird. The whole family thing's just weird. It's cult, I think. They'll get obsessed and then they think they're actually family members. It's the weirdest thing. Even though, but I love you. Even though they say they love you, family members, they try to make you do what they want you to do. I want you to be like this. I want you to do that. I want you to think like this. I want you to think like, you can't do this. You can't do that. You can't be like, total control fucking freaks. Live your own fucking life. Don't tell you what to do. So you see that a lot with families. Comets come in, set the whole place. Where do they come from? Laterally, now. Okay, they don't come from space. Neither do meteors, unless meteors are a byproduct of or a waste product of the firmament. So other things they had in the medieval period, ow, my back, is snails that were massive. And then when they died, which they didn't much because they lived really, really long, you can make a house out of a snail shell, which I rather like. And look at the beautiful Fibonacci going on with it, living in a Fibonacci spiral. So this monument here, although it doesn't look like this anymore, and I don't know what the hill is either, because you don't get any hills in central London. This is located at the back of King's Cross railway station. It is the mausoleum or the resting place of John Soane, you know, the guy from Soane Square. I've got a set of Soane books and maps and stuff. It's really interesting. Architect, I guess, of Soane Square. So that's his resting place, apparently. Trippy. And there's no hills in London, so I don't know what these fucking things are. Not wrong with King's Cross, anyway. So, yeah. This is what happens when that acid kicks in, as you can see. It's like, fucking hell. Look what they got. They got one of the. I had one of them. Oh, I drove my mother insane with them. Do you know those drums? You spin them like that, and they go. Don't put one of them near me. Fucking hell. I will drum till the cows come home. She has bells on her fingers. She has bells on her toes, and she should have music wherever she goes. That's on a flying carpet as well, a flying lily carpet. So, yeah. I've seen a multi-handed Krishna in my subconscious. When I went to sleep once on mushrooms years ago, I seen Krishna. And it was one of those dreams that stuck with you the whole day. So there's that. The story of O. Now, O was invented apparently by the Arabs. A bit of a fucking performance with it all. So O, you owe me. O. But it wasn't O, was it O? They don't like nothing, do they? Look at this thing here. The heart with the eyes. Spooky shit. Peacock feather. That's definitely a Phoenician construction, is a peacock. It's just stupid. And the elites always have them. Pair of nunchucks as well. And a swan. But look at the mathematics behind it all and the thinking behind the O-E-E-I-O-U. And this O is, I think it's part of their mind control spells thing that's going on with the letters. So I showed you this week. They had a vision of the year 2000, are always pouring books in a machine and grinding them. It's the idea that we would have audio books that we could listen to, which have come out and have happened. So they got that right. More cryptids. This one's a fish head. She's looking all right, though. And a cod head. In cod we trust. And now to get ready, each fish was in motion. I wonder if she went to school. Yeah, it's a fishy story. Hell of a story. But a nice place. So yeah, these are Ottoman hats. So the Ottomans, as you know, lived in Turkey and other sandy places for quite some time. And what they were famous for was weird moustaches and even weirder hats. Let's have a look at the happy hats of the Ottomans. Okay, I like the... So yeah, bobble hats were invented, I think, by the Floridians. They got bobbles on their hats. The ones by Theodore de Break depicted. And I notice in the modern day now that they've increased the size of a bobble on a bobble hat. They were little and they were stupid anyway. What the fuck's a bobble? Does it keep you warm? No, it looks stupid. And now the bobbles are this big. So not only did they have a stupid little bobble, right? Now they got a big stupid bobble. See what's wrong with this place? Fucking bobble hats. So if you wanted a tuff extracted painlessly years ago, you could have it done by steam power. So they tie you to a chair. Fucking, it might be a bit overpowered. It's like trying to kill a fly with an atom bomb. In Beaconsfield, Southampton. Wow. Now you go to Turkey to have that done. Whew. Wow, 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 wow. Look at this. So what you're looking at here is all of the witches, they all came out at night and danced around bollock naked on a tree. Don't know what happens next. Don't really want to know. But they fly around as well, witches. They can fly. Did you know that? Oh, yeah. Vampires can fly as well as bats. So, Coronial Sith. So it's like saying like it's a Scythian. But the Bellini, as you can see here from the Cosmographia, I think he's the Headless Horseman. I think he's a Headless Horseman. That's what I think is going on. This old American woman, yeah, she's doing a hand signal. I think it's deaf sign language, which I'm going to learn. And I'm going to do flat earth vlogs because I realize there's a lot of deaf people out there that may be flat earthers. So I thought, well, if I could just do sign language posts for them, isn't it? There's no point me doing blind posts for the blind. Oh, yeah, they can hear my voice. So that would work too. Yeah. And yoga. We're going to do yoga. That's my new thing. Wow, check this guy. He's a bit of a jester, isn't he? Wow, he's a bit scruffy. Wow, look at his ethers. He's thinking about his mortality. It's like, wow, well, that looks like it's going to hurt. There's been a damn sight lot of fuckery in this place, guys, especially with the bells. You know, taking all of that and changing the whole vibration of the place when they chop the trees down. And then there's giants. Where are they all gone? Are they the Nephilim? And the weirdness about the blood, this is all about the blood, in the last 5 years. And I really do think there's different people in here. I think some of them are hidden, if you like, superheroes, one for a better word, and other people from a different breathing program. And I think that's why the Chinese look so different to us and all different peoples. And I don't think they're from different destinations in the pond, guys, or different ponds or different lands as such. I really do think it's just from different breeding programs is what's going on. This place was covered in mud and the water, and volcanoes were popping and earthquakes are happening. It was a reset. There was a plasma fucking blast that torched everything as well. So here's some of the cryptids that they tell you. The Cyclops are quite like. I think they're friendly cyclopses. The Mornay, which is a monk, which is a fish. I think that's where they came from originally. And this one, ooh, I don't know. Looks a bit fanny-like. I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, Punch's Almanac in 1879 showed you widescreen televisions. Edison's telephone transmits light as well as sound. Stereo too, because he's probably stereo. So yeah. You absolutely sure that TV and everything is new? No, I don't think so. I think that they had Skype. I think that they had TV and all of it. Nothing new under the sun. So here's some of these weird Japanese gods. What's he doing with his finger like that? It's some magic. Yeah. Get fit. Do miracles. She swallows and Amazon. No, the swallows and Amazons. Okay. Missing that. That's a bit of selective reading. I don't know what I'm there. Arthur Ransom. Wow. So yeah, the Amazons are groovy. So they're a load of hot chicks. They live in, like, you know, Wonder Woman. She's an Amazon. And they live in this land that's shrouded in mist. And they got super abilities as well. So they keep telling us about superheroes all the time. What would your super ability be if you had a super ability? Not invisibility, only ends one way, so don't bother with that. Other super abilities. Which super ability would you have, Hippie Shape? Yeah? Quick, I'd like. Quick would be good. Not in all things, obviously. Surround speaker in front. Oh, I like that new Bic. Nothing new under the sun, sweetness. Maybe angels mated with giants and made this. Well, my friend's reading a Nephilim book, Nephilim and clowns, saying that the Nephilim look like clowns. But I definitely, you know, how can a giant mate with a human woman? Like, if they're like 20 foot tall, it's a bit weird, isn't it? So I think there's more likely something going on with artificial insemination with giant DNA, or in fact, what I just suggested with the old splicing. There's a lot of dove from above here with blood pouring off them. In fact, there's a lot of blood pouring off everything in this. So I want to tell you a story. I went to an antique shop today, Grimwade's Pump House on Penarth Road in Cardiff. Shit the bed. I had a fucking nightmare. It's going to have a lay down after I went in there. What happened, Matt? Okay. What happened? So these are apparently Cherokee Indians, and they are red Indians, as in, woo, 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 woo. This is what they really look like. They don't look like nothing to do with red Indians that they show you in the movies. Anyway, back to my tale. So I went in the antique shop, and upstairs in the antique shop was a store that was selling guitars, Elvis stuff, records, and all of that. Anyway, walked through the door, and in front of us was a load of taxidermy. And there was one of a rat biting another rat's head off, real rats, covered in blood, the real blood of the occasion, and other animals covered in blood, and foxes covered in blood, and animals everywhere covered in blood. Then this guy came over with breath like asshole. I mean, fucking halitosis doesn't even cover it. He came over and he's like, do you want to see my skulls? It's like, no, dude, this is like way macabre, and like, it's like your main thing. He's moaning about he's not selling anything. It's like, well, dude, it's like, this is very select. It's like the only thing anyone's gonna be into is the odd goth who's into sniffing death, and the odd emo. Can't see anybody else actually being into your stuff, mate, which you got offended by. Anyway, so he empties out a box of skulls of foxes. So I say to him, mate, that's a lot of skulls for foxes. Did you clean them up yourself? Yeah. Where'd you get them? He said, oh, they're in the same field. I said, all of them. He said, yeah, it's a mate of mine. He shoots them all. He said, a mate of mine, meaning fucking you murder them all, then put them in your weird shed. So this guy told us that he had, last night, he said, I was in my shed and I stuffed a rat. He's into taxidermy. Very strange guy. presuming this guy hasn't got a girlfriend. Definitely with that breath, anyway. But you know, if he's alone with dead creatures all day, what's your breath gonna fucking smell like? Anyway, so it was covered in taxidermy, death. Then he says to me, "Come over here, let me show you something, stranger." So I was like, "I don't like you, dude. I'm giving off that you're weird as fuck, dude vibes." Like I always, you know, I do that with most anybody anyway. So, yeah, weird though. Calls me over and says, "Look at this voodoo doll. It's got a voodoo doll. It's got all like crosses upside down hanging off it. It's got Jesuit thing hanging off it." And then he gives me a long spiel tale about how haunted and spooky this fucking voodoo doll was. I was like, "So, dude, are you hoping to actually ever sell anything in this place? Because you're not going to sell anything." It's like, well, I tried to give him some business acronym how to game some, you know, some people. Keep the skulls away, get rid of all of the dead stuff, and keep your fucking mouth shut about it too. And then you'll probably make a few quid and stop moaning at us about it. God, he was the most unwelcome. As soon as we walked through the door, he was pouring skulls on the floor. Have you ever been in a shop that did that? No, you haven't, have you? Fucking Wales. The only place you're going to get something like that, I think. What a weird thing. Oh yeah, I love that dog so much. I had him stuffed. Now I look at Bouncer all day long. Lays on the bed with me. Okay, I'm definitely not from this realm. Maybe it's normal for other people. So this is the burning of the Pychion book. Now apparently this book had some outlandish things in it that were so bad that the Quakers and other people burned the books because they had a new philosophy in there that was anti-Puritan. So yeah, I'll show what's happening here. But I think it's something to do with rings of Uranus. And I definitely think, well, it'd just be one ring, that rings on planets, yeah, don't exist. Planets don't exist as such. No, I think they're vibrational waveforms. And the rings, you know, when you drop a stone in a pond, boom, I like that, a ripple. So Thoth's here. Thoth is a chick, but she's got the crown, a three-headed crown, not 7. Otherwise, that would be the Sol Invictus, the devil. This one's got a checkerboard floor. And this is how we portal soon in and out of here. This, is that a woman? Yes, definitely a woman. But look what she's doing. Joe Knighty in it. I definitely think it's portal. I think this is Thoth. Yeah. I definitely think this place has got places where you can go into other dimensions and even time travel. I would love to do that, and I'm going to find them. And I think it's down to the universe shows you when you're vibrationally ready to be able to jump through to another realm. If you could jump through to a better realm, yeah, well, you could do it. So you could, like, today be in this realm, tomorrow be in a completely new realm of abundance and everything, yeah. But it'd be like, to you all intents and purposes, your table's still here, the kitchen's still there, the house, you know what I'm saying? But there will be subtle differences, and I think that's happening all of the time. And do you know what changes it? What goes on in here changes it. Guarantee you that's what does it. So in 1869, this guy was crying over his beaver curling up and dying. Such a sad tale. Is it a beaver? Anyway, I'm not going to dead dog you or dead beaver you guys, because that's just not me. So here is Luna, and here is Sol. Trippy, isn't it? So we get Luna Park, you get Lunatic, Lunacy. So yeah, it's a bit of bad press. So yeah, this was a book that I started to read a bit. It was so obscure, I couldn't get my head around it. But this guy was saying about thought forms that were created in cathedrals, and this was an art impression of what he was trying to say, which is basically more or less what we were trying to say about the music that's created. That's another thing I should do as well. Is just sing everything. Cyclopean. Oh, love, that feels great. How are you doing now? You're up by here. What? Licking my foot? I'm not licking your foot, love. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Something's licking my foot. So if anyone licks your foot when you're in bed, Don't talk about it. Okay. Okay, we got a couple of clowns in Halloween. It's the one time of year when witches and ghosts and elves hold gay revels. Okay, come and join in. This book tells how. Okay, sounds like fun. That's more of that. Oh, I love this. So trippy. So yeah, that's what's going on in churches. If you could see it, I remember when I went to Lincoln Cathedral and the church bells started ringing. Upside down, a rainbow, like the other way, like a smiley face, appeared above the church. I got witnesses. This actually happened. So I think it was something to do with the bells. Here's the dome, guys, in a picture. Yeah. It's in German. It's seen, but it shows a dome anyway, which is definitely a thing. So yeah, it's nice dragony pictures and octopuses. They are super intelligent. Definitely gonna do a decode on the old octopuses. Octopussy. Da, 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 da. So, what song shall I sing? I got loads of songs. Yeah, look at this. So what's she doing? She breathing the life out of him, extracting his chi energy. Or is she breathing life into him, blowing her breath upon him? So yeah, he passed out and she's got the ability to... so is this like just mouth-to-mouth resuscitation now? Don't know. No. So yeah, I don't know what this guy's doing. Well, this is like crazy. Printed by Henry Rhodes, next on Tavern in Fleet Street in London. Okay, this is apparently the Tower of London. And he's in some sort of... I don't even know how to describe that orb with the viewing thing. And he's looking at what's happening in the sky. And above the sky, holy shit. Okay. There's others. The magician or bottle conjurer. Okay, is what we got here. English credulity, or you're all bottled. Oh, fucking hell. Bottled in Britain means something not good. Made since, I don't know, it's got the devil with the bottle, a jester with one of these things they used to use at football matches called a rattle. Spin it around and it make an awful fucking sound. Wow, that rattle used to do my head in. That's why they did it. Trippy stuff. She can't be bothered. Look at her. She's like, oh, for fuck. Wow, if that's not an oh, for fuck's sake face. Fa. Glory be. So here's a Jesuit. That's the sign I seen on that voodoo doll earlier. Death criers. So when you have town criers, oh yay, oh yay, oh yay. There's a concert happening at the town hall, yo yay. Well, in the past, they used to do like Arthur's dead, Cynthia's dead, and the list of who's dead. Death criers. French costumes in the 17th century. So, what a miserable bleeding thing. Look at this for a load of macabre. Look at the Phoenicians. Wow, this is fucking demonic as hell. Cherubanuski's got nasty black eyes in this. They got all of the vegetation and the fruit that they brought, yeah? Whoa. That looks like some perverse, nasty thing being born. Wow, it's horrible. Jesus. That's F. Cool. What the rest are like? That is super weird. They're in these. Just look at them two down there a minute. They're in like suits and their feet are bound. Or her feet are bound. Or his. Got like rings here. Could be like cocoons where you metamorphose. Oh, it's a she. When they metamorphosize or something. You know, that's what Ovid's rhyme or poem tells us of, is one species going to another. Explain this then. Oh, my fucking... How is... These are the Picts from Scotland, okay? As you can see, they've chopped a couple of heads off. How is it, right, that they look exactly like the Floridians from the depictions by Theodore de Bray that I show so many times? Compare them. And they are the same. Same esoteric Phoenician paints, tattoos. So the Picts. He's got Phoenician knees, Phoenician on his belly. So yeah, somebody depicted the Picts. Somebody did a pic of the Picts, which became the Scots. Hi, the new. Oh yeah. Some sort of watery wickedness going on there. Look at the squirtage. So look here, what we got. What do we got? This is a mausoleum, or a place where they bury people in Egypt. Catacomb. And there's a map of all of the places. It's right deep down as well. So the mummification process. Embalming, E-embalm. Wow, look at this. That's what they keep conning us with, this death notion. It's not like that. It's not working like that. It doesn't work like that. It's all bollocks. Skeleton. Yeah, you're a fucking skeleton. I ain't a skeleton. I ain't got a skeleton. It's only a skeleton when I fucking look and it renders. Otherwise, it's not there. So yeah, fire brigades, they used to do shit like this. Really dangerous, isn't it? Lower it down on a rope. So there was a lot of fires in the past. I don't know why. I mean, all bad energy. So no, I don't get any bad energy. So that's bullshit. Trolls just don't bother. I think they're a bit too stupid to come here or something. I don't know. Don't care really. So yeah, this is what happened. Death of the dinosaurs. So a meteor came in from the vacuum of nothing. It hit the disc, and the disc flipped, and all of the dinosaurs fucking catapulted in space. But don't quote me on that. Okay, it might not be true. Don't know. Okay, coming back. Let's see what's happening with you guys on a Flaterday. I can't stay forever because my back is fucking killing me. Right. Yeah, so more yoga coming soon. I've got loads of stuff to show you. 300 odd watching. It's 1 hour 38 minutes. I'm not going to go really long today, like I said. So, thank you. Talking to our hippie. I love the additional bell, Nightmare in. Clear the negative. This is not mine. This is Nicola's bell. I'm going to go like that. Because there's a beautiful little tingy ting to it. I think it's 432 or something. Oh, fuck. Did I? Don't know. So shit. It's really weird. Some nights I have no audio problems whatsoever, and another night, nothing but. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm very sorry. Light ting in it. Yes, nice ting. You can have that one. All right. Oh, thanks. So yeah, audio issues, but I'm not going to delete the video. It doesn't fucking matter anyway. The effort's made. I've done all of that. Thanks, JT. I don't know. Anyway, I've given up trying. Back's gone. I gotta go. You're an absolute classic, as you are, Bob, my brother. Much love to you. I've been Donnyland. I'll get another mic sorted in the future. Oh, is there? Because honest to God, there's nothing going on here. It all looks dandy, and the lights are going proper, same as ever. Could be YouTube. So was it really bad? Oh, thanks, Rachel. Oh, I don't know what's going on. It doesn't matter anyway. Thank you, hippie. Thank you. Has that bell got an end? No, I think it screws into a wall like that. It's a brass bell. Healing bell. Lovely. So yeah. So 99 then, Nicola. 99. Thanks for being your coo. Every time you move, audio fucks up. I'm not moving. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, Jay. Bollocks. My next won't be this bad. It's happened a couple of times in the last month. Is it? I'll work it out, don't worry. Anyway, I'm going to get off. Thanks for being here, guys. It's a short of post today, as you can see, got audio issues. So YouTube doesn't want to play today. The bell is for a door. Yeah, it is, Eric. Thank you, Eric Sims. Thank you, Monica. And anybody else who's been here. I do appreciate you being here, spending your time on a flat day night for me. Oh, right. Okay, thanks. Thank you, Newbeck. Thank you, Kathy Love. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Ad. Thank you. Ooh. I can't pronounce that. Seb. And Manny, my bro. And Koo again, Rachel. Thank you for that, love. Thank you, Melisande. Thank you, Canada Dummy, bro. Mint tea. I'm going to have a bother all now, mate. Going to have a late. Don't rest my back. Always. Thank you, Corinne. Thank you, 16 Alpha, bro. Nice one. Thanks. I appreciate you too, Tarapay. Thank you for being here. Lots of love to you. Jay. Oh, well, it's all good, isn't it? We made it this far, guys. Okay. For the back. Love. Yeah, I know. I'm fucking got my all lead on. Loving it, Marticus. New West Reset. He's a nice chap. Comes to my chat. Okay. Okay, love you, brother. Love you, sister. Love you, all my friends and all my Flat Earth community. We are very fucking epic. So keep it going. And I will be back in a day or two with more juicy stuff. Sorry about the audio. I should have maybe just recorded this one. So what have we been talking about? Well, Komodo dragon, dragon's blood, making virgin babies to repopulate the place. That's what I've been talking about. What are you saying, Beth? Love you, Matt. Love you, Beth. There's a Rise Above this year, but I haven't actually been invited to this one. Not sure if I'm going to be going anyway. Maybe I will. Don't know. The last one was fucking fantastic, wasn't it, Beth? Fucking hell, that was good. 2 days that was. Everyone got had a really good time. Really good. Vibes in the house. Buy mine a coffee. Okay, Fountain Martin with the centre parting. Thank you, Zed. Thank you. Okay, I'm going home. No, I'm already home. We the Oval team. I've got the Oval team, but definitely got Bovril. So I'm going to do that. Some crisps, because I live on crisps. You are what you eat. So I'm a fucking potato head. There's that. No, I've been cool. Rewatched most of it in a bit. Oh, thanks, Jay. Okay, you never know, mate. It doesn't matter. Nothing's precise science. And this mic, I've been using it for like 10 fucking years. I'm going to rewatch Max Comes Out Flat. I don't know what I'm going to watch Mac Comes Out Flat. You talking about Max Egan, Mad Skills? What's going on? You've done that before, so you called it off. Explain. Don't know, confused. Everyone's a flat earther, they just don't know it yet. So there's that. How do I know? Well, they're all standing on a flat plane. There's that. Well, level plane, because it's not flat, is it really? It's bumpy. Let's not forget the topography and up hills and downhills, shall we? Just to confuse them, because they are a bit panicky, aren't they? No, it's not, is it? It's a big hill there. Anyway, I got to get going. Love you all. Have a good weekend, whatever you do. Enjoy your Sunday dinner. Oh, thanks, Nora. I know that's Irish and it means nice things. I'm the Reset Master. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Hippie Shake. That's super duper kind of you right there. Supporting Martin. Thank you, love. Thank you, lovely. Okay, I'm going to dive off. All right. So yeah, more yoga coming soon. Interpretive dance. Look forward to that. Mark Devlin is coming to Cardiff in April. Yeah, I know. So Mark asked me to do a gig with him, and I said I was going to look into it, but they wanted money and stuff, which I couldn't like pay for deposits and shit, so I didn't get anywhere. But I was looking to do a big gig for us, and I was going to do one with Mark. And then I seen on Facebook that he's already got somewhere in Cardiff. So obviously I'm not doing one with him. No, I fucking find out these things like that. But I have got an interview with Mark on my channel in April. I think it's the 4th. Mark Devlin talking about musical truth. So yeah, I'm trying to get an event together. The universe needs to shift its fucking asses. What it needs to do, just chill, smoke munchies, research, and yeah, that's what I'm doing, Jay. That's what basically mainly I do. Exercise as well, because you can't spend all day working. It's just like, ow, I gotta go, my back's gone. See you on the next one. Much love. Stay epic.